Hi, Alvin and Fran. I just wanted to talk with you about the retirement recommendations that I made for you in your financial plan. I know that your primary objective is to retire at 62, but as I was reviewing all of your information, it turns out that that objective is in conflict with your objective to put Larry, Curly, and Moe through 5 years of college at the state university. So, what I'm recommending to you is that you delay retirement not till 67, but at this point, it looks like you'll need to delay retirement until 65 instead of 62. And by doing that, you're going to be able to free up a little bit of cash that you can use to fund that college objective. So my number one part of my retirement recommendation for you is to delay retirement until 65. And so within your retirement planning, what I'm looking for you to do, both of you have a 401k plan that's available to you at your prospective employers. And so Alvin is already contributing at the 10% level. And so what I'm recommending is that Alvin actually reduce his contribution to 5%, and then for Fran to begin contributing also at 5%. And so what this does is it allows both of you to take advantage of the full matching contribution from your prospective employers. And so or respective employers rather. And so that allows you to get the full 4% match. And so if you delay retirement until age 65, then you'll actually be slightly overfunded. In fact, given your objective to retire with 80% of your pre-retirement income. But also, you're going to free up $1,250 per year, which you can add to some of the other cash flow savings that I've provided for you in other parts of your plan, primarily paying off credit cards and paying off that SUV and refinancing your house. Those cash flow savings, plus the cash flow savings from retirement, plus some cash flow savings from adjusting your withholdings and adjusting the deductibles on some of your insurance policy will allow you to cover that education funding that you're hoping for Larry, Curly, and Moe. Now, again, I completely understand that your objective is to retire at 62. So at this point, I'm recommending 65 as a retirement date. But what I'd like to see you do is to closely monitor this plan, because remember, in your education funding, one of the assumptions that we made is that as each child turns 18, you will stop funding their individual 529 plan. So that means 6 years from now, when the oldest turns 18, that's going to be $16,000 that you could defer back to retirement. So in essence, I'm saying right now we should be planning for 65, but it's very possible that we could scale that back to 62. And the only reason why I'm not suggesting that right now is because you also have suggested that you might want to purchase a home for the boys to live in while they're in college, and then kind of roll that house into that vacation home in Colorado. And so I'd like to leave those funds that we've allocated for education available for those other objectives. So at this point, I'm still thinking age 65 for retirement, but depending on interest rates at the time you purchase that home, depending on how much you actually spend on that home, and some of those intangibles that we really can't wrap our arms around at this point, you might be able to retire just a bit earlier. So again, my primary recommendation is for you to delay retirement at 65, reduce Alvin's contributions from $7,500 a year to $3,750, and to begin contributing at $2,500 a year for Fran. And so my recommendation is to get started right away.